I see a bunch more people rolling in. There was like some kind of a run. Did you run? Did anyone run this morning? I love you guys. For Hood with young humans in your household, we're piloting our Three Queens After School Movement Club for like you or your neighbors, if you know anyone. We're just doing Wednesdays for like school-age kids who can self-dismiss. That's 5th to 8th graders. And it's 15 weeks, and it's gonna include strength and conditioning, yoga and mindfulness, and self-defense. I wish I had that when I was like in 7th and 8th grade, so we'll see how that goes. And if there's interest, we'll expand the ages and the days and stuff. I think there's like 3 spots left. We also have a mindfulness workshop for families with Elizabeth, Friday, September 5th from 6:30 to 7:30 for families with children ages 4 to 7. Saturday, September 6th. I wonder if I hit the button. Thank you. For families with children ages 7 to 10. And Sunday, September 7th, 6:30 to 7:30 for families with children ages 10 to 13. Yoga at the Art Museum is back in September every Saturday morning, 9 to 10 a.m. It's free. It's gorgeous out there. This is the time of year for it. Rooted and Ready, a 4-week self-defense seminar with Kai. Rooted and Ready, Mondays, 6:45 to 8 p.m. It's 4 weeks in September on Monday. Forever Postpartum, the Newish Mom Support Group with Dr. Claire, Mondays from 12 to 1:15. And then our 50-hour yoga immersion, which is the prerequisite for our teacher training, starts in September. It's Anisha, Adriana, and special guests. It runs 1 week, September to December, and it's a deep immersion into the practices of yoga, all 8 limbs, the intersectional justice, and that leads into our teacher training. Harmonious Healing Sound Bath with Elizabeth, Sunday, September 14th, 6:30 to 7:30. And then a thing that I've been looking forward to for a long, long time is my teacher, Desiree Rumba, is coming in September 19, 20, 21. Mark your calendar, money back guarantee. Desiree's been my teacher for years. She is truly a teacher's teacher. And the way that she teaches yoga physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I call her like a yoga vaccine. I would study with her once a year, every year for almost 20 years, and I would get from inspiration for the entire year in my practice and my teaching, both on my mat personally and in my teaching. She's just the 100% absolute best yoga teacher, I promise. Mark your calendar. September 19, 20, 21. You do not want to miss this. She always has like a big theme for the year. Her yoga teaching tour is called Learning from Resistance, a yoga workshop weekend with Desiree Rumba. There's like a poster downstairs. Put it in your calendar. Sign up soon. Coming up. Let me know. She's not yoga because we're going to be here doing it anyway, so come and we'll do whatever it takes to have you here if you want to be here. Julie, holy moly, are we getting close? 3.5 weeks away, so literally any day now. Yeah. to like 5 weeks. It's been so fun having you there this whole time. Any requests? Anything you want to make sure we do? I think I haven't been here in a minute. Do you have any requests? Hamstrings. Heart opener. Okay, for the new folks, my name's Mariel. Thanks for being here. I'm so glad you're here. I take requests. It's not a speak now or forever hold your peace model. So as we start bodies, if something like speaks to you as we start moving, just let me know. We can always weave things in. I almost always try to do a pretty full spectrum practice, hit all the hot spots. And again, everything's an invitation, not an obligation, so feel free to take it or leave it, modify, spectate, hydrate, if and as you like. I'm not the best with timing, and I forgot to wear my watch today, so maybe, okay. Make yourself as comfortable as humanly possible for you in this moment. You can see some folks like to lie down. If you're near a wall, you can lean back against the wall. You can sit in a comfortable seated posture of your choice. Just give yourself a moment, settle, to notice where you are and how you are. Notice the breath. Just by turning the light of awareness to your breath, notice if and how naturally the breath begins to deepen and expand. The entire physical practice of yoga is first and foremost in service to the breath, to the gift of life that fills us, enlivens us, surrounds us, and connects us to each other in all that is. The physical practice of yoga is a strategy for aligning ourselves, engaging ourselves, and stretching ourselves with integrity through aligned engagement so that the gift of life that each breath offers can flow in us and as us and through us more deeply, more fully, more freely. On your next breath in through your nose, draw the breath in and down into your seat, even through your seat into the earth. Let it fill you up. And as you exhale through the nose, let your outer body soften and settle, draping itself over the inner body. Again, on the inhale through the nose, take the breath in and down slowly into your seat, into your roots where we are all connected. And as you exhale, press the breath up and out through the central channel of your body, all the way out through the crown of your head. Another breath in and down, let it fill you up. And as you exhale, press the breath up and out, getting taller as you exhale. The breath ignites the heart, wherein the voice of the true teacher resides, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful, and luminous. And as the breath ignites the heart, the voice of the true teacher, the splendor of the heart, has an opportunity to inform, illuminate, and inspire your mind and your body. Here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, we'll bring the hands together before the heart in Anjali Mudra. If you're reclined, you can just rest palm over heart center. Just connecting our awareness to the heart center, to the voice of the true teacher, to the source of supreme love and divine wisdom, always present, and placing this very aspect before us as a guide for at least the time we spend together. And we'll set the tone for our practice today by sharing the presence of our hearts, the voices of our hearts, and the sound of an Om. Please feel free to join into the sound. Let it wash over you. Deep breath in. Bow to your heart, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful, and luminous. And as best you can, keeping that connection inward unwavering, release the hands, blink open the eyes. Take your time. We'll meet on all fours in a tabletop position. As you make your way into tabletop position, good morning. You can find your breath and just begin by linking breath and movement in the ways that naturally feel good. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. You can begin by exhaling to round your back and inhaling to arch, cat-cow. And then feel free to take an extra few cycles of breath on each or either side of the stretch. Happy Virgo season. Do we have any Virgos in the house today? Happy Virgo season. I keep seeing on Instagram that we're getting 2 new moons in Virgo this year, which I absolutely love. 2 opportunities to start putting aspects of our life in order. Start self. And as you notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it, maybe ask yourself this question into your heart of hearts. What in this interior landscape feels a little misaligned, a little out of order? And what can I do in today's practice to bring things into greater alignment, into order, so that you can see yourself more clearly and express yourself more fully? Let's come onto the forearms for a moment. You can interlace your hands or just press palms down. Stretch your right leg straight back behind you. With the ball of the foot on the floor, extend towards the back of the room through the heel and breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. If you want a little bit more, wrap your right hip towards the floor as you stay rooted through the big toe ball mound. And then switching sides, the right knee comes down, the left leg goes back. And breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Wrap that left hip point a little bit more towards the floor as you push through the big toe ball mound. Knee down and come onto your hands. Right palm halfway counterclockwise so that your fingertips point towards 6 o'clock or your right knee. And you can walk your knees forward or back, send your hips forward or back to just sort of monitor the stretch that suits you and your right forearm. Claw the fingertips. And again, breathing into what can't be seen but can be felt. So the light of awareness starts to stream through the body. Turn the right palm around, turn the left hand halfway counterclockwise. Notice the difference, if any, from side to side. What lives where? Breathing in and out through your nose, allergies and sinuses permitting. Turn the left hand around, we'll meet in downward facing dog. As you come into your first downward dog, you can pedal the feet a little bit from side to side. Stretch through the soles of the feet, the backs of the legs. Notice what you feel, how it feels, and where you feel it again. Claw the fingertips and really root more through edges of the hands, the index finger knuckles, the index finger and thumb tips. And as you root through the arms, through the fingertips into the earth, from the earth, draw energy up through to the space in between and in front of the bottom tips of the shoulder blades, the bottom of the heart center. On your next inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Keep the the left armpit lifting. High. Turn your right toes in more. Yes, keep that in, and ground through your left heel. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Inhale, lift the left heel high. As you exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Feel both feet on the ground. Inhale to reach the arms up. Pause, breathe, feel, notice both feet on the ground. And as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. And everyone press the back knee to the sky. Try to with your back knee and thigh. And as the back knee and thigh press some more, reach out through your fingertips like you're going to reach for the ceiling and hold on tight. And as you exhale at the top of the front thigh, descend. 1, 2, maybe 3. Back knee up. On your exhale, forward facing dog. Pedal the feet a little bit from side to side. Notice incrementally if there's a little bit more space somewhere in the body that the light of awareness can now flow more deeply or fully on the currents of the breath in you, as you, through you. Hi. On your inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Lift the bottom heel. Keep that as you ground through your bottom heel. Keep the right armpit lifting up, 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 up. Good. Now, as you ground through the heel, breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Lift the bottom heel high, and with your exhale, catch your lunge. Both feet on the ground. On the inhale, reach up. Find your breath. Back heel up high. Widen the inner back heel a little more to the right and wrap the right hip forward. Nice. And as you pull the feet towards each other, you feel the strength of the legs from the earth all the way up into your center. Press the back heel, knee, and thigh to the sky. Reach up through your elbow creases. Reach up through your fingertips. And as you reach for the ceiling, let the top of the front thigh descend, descend, descend. Keep pressing the back knee up. Stretch the thumbs up. One more breath. And on your exhale, plant your hands. Step it back to downward. Look for your breath. The breath ignites the heart. The splendor of the heart has an opportunity to inform and illuminate your mind and your body. Here in the gift of embodiment, as you inhale, let the breath carry you to plank. As you exhale, slowly lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale for cobra. Point the feet and press the tops of the feet down and hug your outer ankles and heels together. Hug the outer ankles and heels together. And as you press the inner edges of the hands down, claw your hands towards your feet to slide the upper back forward and up. Tip the palate back. Drink the breath in. And on the exhale, press up and back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Drink the breath into the heart from the heart center as you exhale. Push through the arms to launch through the hips. Lift your heels up high and press your thigh bones up to the sky like you're going to raise the roof with the backs of your thighs. Arms straight. Bottom rib and up towards the spine. Nice. And as the thighs lift up, everyone, let the heels get heavy. That's the expansion of the center. Do you feel it in the fiber of your being? On the inhale, to the sky. Exhale, lunge. We're going to pivot the feet to the left for a forward fold. Locate your strap if you have one. If you need one, let us know to you. And we're going to do a shoulder stretch here in our wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana with a shoulder stretch. Take the strap between your hands behind your back. Draw the shoulder blades together. And the key is to hold the shoulder blades together as you reach your arms up to the sky. Now the weight tends to rock back into the heels. Put a tiny, almost can't be seen, but you could barely feel a bend in your knees, and tip a little bit more into the balls of your feet. And now rather than pressing the knees back, press your thigh bones back. Reach your arms up to the sky, shoulder blades hug together as you pull the strap apart. Big breath in. As you exhale, fold a little deep and let the arms get heavy overhead like wet branches. Face soft. Linking breath and action. As you inhale, pull your feet towards each other, strong legs. As you exhale, let the arms get a little heavier overhead. Good. Release the strap, turn the right knee and toes through lunge, and take it back to downward facing dog. Drink the breath in. Whisper the breath out. Inhale to plank. Exhale, slowly lower in the style of you. Inhale for cobra. Dog, follow your breath. The gift of life that each and every breath offers is often overlooked. And then as we begin to cultivate awareness of the breath, relationship to the breath, maybe even intimacy with the breath, we tend to think of ourselves as a body with a breath. For the time being, can you think of yourself, see yourself, imagine yourself as a breath with a body? Let the inhale float the left leg to the sky. Arms straight and strong as you exhale. Step the foot through to lunge. Pivot your feet to the right for your wide-legged forward fold. Take your strap and interlace your hands behind your back. So maybe if the shoulders feel a little more open now, you can interlace your hands, ditch the. The key is that you want the shoulder blades to come together. So hands as close together as you can, prioritizing the togetherness of your shoulder blades. Put a little bend in your elbows. Lean more into the balls of your feet. You might bend your feet into the balls of your feet and then press your thighs back and your sitting bones tether to your heels. Arms like a marionette puppet. Chest. As you exhale, fold over your legs, bow to your open heart. Let the a little heavier overhead. Clasp. Turn the left knee and toes through. Breath with a body, step it back to downward facing. Your inhale carries you to plank. Your exhale carries you to the earth. The inhale takes the heart forward and up. And your exhale takes you back to dog pose. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Push through the inner edges of your hands to launch up through your hips. Press up through your thighs and root down through your heels. And let the light of awareness expand on the currents of the breath more deeply and fully through every fiber of your being. On your inhale, we're going to sky. Exhale, step it through to lunge. Back heel to the ground. Bring your right forearm onto your right thigh and your left hand onto your left hip. Just take a moment to pause here in Parsva Konasana prep. Front knee and toes point straight ahead. Peek at turn your back toes in a smidge. And as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other so that you can muscles of your legs engage from the ground all to the hips. Pull your feet towards each other. Thigh up away from the ground and let the top of the front thigh descend towards the front heel. Hug that front heel in and guide your inner front thigh open a little bit. From the core of the pelvis as you push down and out through your legs, reach the left arm overhead, bicep by the ear. As you pull the feet towards each other, reach the right arm overhead, bicep by the ear. Imagine you're hugging a block or a beach ball between the palms. Inhale up through center, push your front leg straight. Extend your arms out to the sides. Exhale, right fingertip block inside or outside your front leg. Triangle pose. Find your breath and linking breath and action. As you inhale, pull your feet towards each other. Think kneecaps up more than back. The kneecaps lift up and then the tops of the thighs can go back, and that opens the pelvic floor. That's where your deepest core power resides, that Kundalini energy. Tops of the thighs go back and create that open, that space. Imagine your tailbone like a T-Rex or kangaroo tail. Anchor it to the earth and now lean back on your shoulder blades. More of the deepest, fullest breaths. And on your next exhale, touch the lunge, step it back to downward facing dog. Linking vinyasa in the style of you if and as you like, or just sort of pause here and feel, notice any changes from side to side. We'll meet in downward dog. Take your time. Follow your breath. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. As you inhale, float your left leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Spin the back heel to the ground. Climb left forearm to left thigh, right hand to right hip. Front knee over the ankle, front knee and toes point straight ahead. Go ahead and peek at your back foot and make sure your back toes are turned in a little bit. And as you inhale, pull the feet towards each other. Do you feel your legs start to engage from the ground all the way up? As you pull in and up through the legs, the back thigh tends to drop down and forward. Let's take the back inner thigh up, like you're trying to stand into your back leg. And as you root through the back leg, let the top of the front thigh descend. And from the core of the pelvis, as you root through the legs, reach out through the right arm. Stretch out through the right fingertips. Maybe reach out through the bottom arm like you're hugging a beach ball. Push through the legs. Pull the feet towards each other. Inhale through center. Front leg straight. Extend the arms. Exhale, triangle pose. Left fingertips to a block, inside or outside the front leg. Front knee and toes point straight ahead. You can always bring the to alleviate any strain in your neck or shoulders. Side, and now see how you're, yes, perfect. As you inhale, pull the feet and draw energy from the hips up the arms towards the spine. And from the core of the pelvis, as you push through the legs, slide the shoulders back, head back, and root through the bottom fingertips as you reach past your fingertips. On your exhale, lunge. Feel, notice, stay here, rest in child's pose, or let your breath carry you through a linking vinyasa. To find and to honor your pace as reflected and embodied. On your inhale, float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to lunge. Bring your blocks high inside your front leg. Lower the back knee down. Pad the back knee with a blanket as needed. And as you look around, you can bend your back leg and with your right hand reach for your right foot behind you. If you can't reach it, if you walk your blocks, your hands more to the right and bend the back leg and reach for the foot will be much closer. And then you can adjust from there or just kind of stay right there. Once you make that connection, bind yourself to yourself, act foot more, light the back foot up with the light of your awareness, spread your toes, turn your back foot out more to the brick wall in studio, like you're trying to touch wherever you are, the wall to the right of your body, you're trying to touch it with your little toe. Good, like that, keep that, press the back knee down, drag it forward. A lot of folks came more upright, left hand to the thigh, that's great. As you come more upright, press the back knee down and forward. As you inhale, and with the exhale, slide the ribs back, shoulders back, head back, lean back. Maybe bend the front leg a little deeper. Whew, gently release. Downward dog. Beautiful. On your inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. With your exhale, catch your lunge. Lower the back knee down, pad with the blanket if and as you like. Bring blocks high inside your front foot. You can walk your hands, your blocks more to the left. As you press the back knee down and forward, bend your back leg, and with your left hand, find your left foot. Anyone feel tight in there? Whew. Press the back knee down and forward as you reach for the foot. That'll help prevent any of those hamstring cramps. Turn your back toes out like you're trying to tap on the left side of your body with your little toe. And left side wall with the back little toe, back knee presses forward. With every inhale, each exhale, ribs back, shoulders back, deeper. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Go right in there. And with your next exhale, big step forward to can walk your blocks out in front. See that your knees and toes point straight ahead. Hug the feet to the midline. Stay heavy. A little bit more weight into the balls of your feet without gripping your toes. It's a nice angle here because you can even peek at your toes to see what's happening. Don't keep the balls of your feet exactly where they are. Just take your heels like a millimeter wide. Bend your knees a little bit. Keep your heels heavy forward into. Nice. Think like knees are pressing forward. Can you press your thigh bones back to get deeper into the belly? And the tailbone roots down and the front of the pelvis lifts away from the thighs. Press your blocks down and forward. Connection to your core. And as you press your blocks down and forward, sweep the left leg straight up and back. Up and back, like you're raising the roof with your back thigh. Turn your back toes in. Take your blocks down a notch. Press your blocks down and forward. Turn your back toes. Lift your bottom heel up. Lean into your blocks. Good. And as you push the blocks down and forward and turn the back toes in, can you lift the inseam of your back thigh 1 or 2 more inches? Keep that as you ground through your right heel. Walk your blocks back. Step back to lunge. The blocks on their highest height, either framing the front foot, inside the front foot, and push your front leg straight. Right hand to your right hip, and as you press the inner edge of your front foot down, pull your outer front hip crease back. And as you pull the right hip crease back, draw the right armpit up, and take the right shoulder blade to the spine. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Are we in there? Front leg straight here, as straight as you can. Yeah, and then pull the hip back. Press the inner edge of the front foot down. Yeah, okay, like I like the wriggled nose, and we know. Okay, bend your front leg, lower the back knee down, walk your blocks back towards more in line with your hips, and as you walk the blocks back, walk your back knee back as much as you can. And right at your edge, walk the blocks back, walk your back knee back, shift your hips back for runner's stretch. Flex the front foot, spread the toes, front leg straight. And then same sort of thing we've done in each pose. As you press the front heel down and back, put a little bend in the front knee, and rather than pressing your knee to the ground, press your thigh bone towards the earth. Tailbone towards the earth. Front of the pelvis lifts, front of the rib cage lifts. Soften the jaw, neck, shoulders, throat. 1 more of the deepest, fullest breaths. Maybe inch the back knee back 1 or 2 more inches. And then inch the back knee back forward. Walk your blocks forward. Walk the back knee in. Walk the blocks forward. And take a big step forward to Uttanasana. Hold. From the core of the pelvis, as you root through the legs into the earth, breathe, feel, notice, is there a difference from side to side? Make your feet parallel. Don't move your toes, the balls of your feet at all. Maybe just take your heels 1 millimeter wider. And as you inhale, get long through the spine. Walk your blocks out forward a little bit away from you. Lean into your blocks. Sort of blocks down and forward to feel more connection to your core. As you float the right leg straight up and back. Is this the second side? I think so. Flex the back foot. Yes, turn the back toes in. And so even here, as you toes in, try to lift the back leg, not like a little bit happens, but if you push your blocks down and forward as you lift the back leg, feel the difference? Yeah, every time, turn the back toes in, push the blocks down and forward, lift the back leg higher. Now, if you lift that standing heel clear up off the ground, come on to tippiest of tippy toes, turn the back toes in, push the blocks down and forward, press the back thigh up, you get even more. Yes, keep it as you ground through that bottom heel. Breathe, feel, notice, and take a lunge. Walk your blocks back, high inside your front foot, or to frame your front foot, push your front leg straight. Hand to your left hip crease and tack, pull your left hip crease towards the back of the room. When you pull the left hip crease back, the tendency is for the weight, the outer edge of the front foot, the outer heel in particular, press more through the big toe ball mound of your front foot as you pull the left hip back. And as you pull the left hip back, make lots of space between left hip and left armpit, sort of contour your inner dot. Or corgi, super long torso for more space for more breath. Bend the front leg, lower the back knee gently, walk your blocks back to walk your back knee back. I love how hamstring stretches make it hotter in here. Walk the blocks back to walk your back knee back. Find your edge. Right at your edge, you shift your hips back towards your back front leg. Press the front heel down and draw your toes towards your kneecap and your kneecap towards your hip. You can even use a hand to sort of tack that outer left hip crease towards the floor. Think back and down. Press more through the inner heel as you draw the left hip crease back. You can even push the blocks down and inch the back knee back. And breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Really focus on the deep, slow belly breaths here. When it gets intense, we move towards chest breathing or an anxious breathing pattern. So in the face of the intensity, in the face of what, I don't want to project, but what for some of us might trigger anxiety, that's where the yoga happens. That's the deep belly breaths. You hold your ground of being. You hold your center in the face of the challenge or the trigger. Inch the back knee back, 1 tiny millimeter, one more breath. And then walk the back knee forward, walk the blocks forward. You're driving, you're in control. It's Virgo season. Things are coming back into order. Walk the blocks out, come into your lunge. Take a big step forward, fold over your legs, bow to your heart. Fold over your legs and bow to your heart. Bring your hands to your hips. Point your elbows to the sky, sort of hug the elbows together behind you, draw the shoulder blades together. And from the core of your pelvis, as you root through the big toe ball mounts, the inner heels, the little toe ball mounts, the outer heels, try to unlock the knees and lean a little bit more towards your toes and press your thigh bones back. Now interlace your hands behind your head, point your elbows forward, suck the armpits in, press your head back, lift up halfway. The head's pressing back, the tailbone's anchoring down. Hug the feet to the midline. Notice if you fell back in your heels, little bend in the knees, lean into the balls of your feet, press your thigh bones back, press your head into your hands, tailbone down, lift another halfway up, flat back. As you inhale, hug the feet to the midline, little bend in the knees, lean into the balls of your feet, anchor the tailbone down, press the head back all the way to standing, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Are we warmish? Interlace your fingers. Press the palms forward. The upper back will round. Hug the feet to the midline. And as you press the palms forward, can you retract the arm bones into the shoulder sockets? Feel the shoulder blades come together. Keep the shoulder blades together as you press the palms towards the sky. Whew. And as you press the palms towards the sky, slide the ears back. Press the index finger knuckles up and draw the little fingers down. Belly breath. And release. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Bend the right elbow like you're going to pat yourself on the back. And with the left hand, hug the right elbow to the midline and press your head into your arm. Bring your awareness to your feet. Hug your feet to the midline. Press the inner heels out and hug the outer heels in. And as the tailbone lengthens towards that space between your feet, press your head back into your arm. The bottom tips of the shoulder blades lift the bottom of your heart center forward and up. And as the hand hugs the elbow in, press the elbow out into the hand. Inhale, reach up through center. Does one arm feel a little longer for some of you? Bend the left elbow, right hand hugs the left elbow to the midline. Hug the feet to the midline so your legs are strong. Lengthen down. Think less of a scoop of the tailbone and more of a lengthening down as you press your head back. Belly breathing. Breathe into the sides and back of the waist. And as the hand hugs the elbow in, press the elbow up, out against the hand. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, hands to heart. Release the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, bend the legs, fingertips tap the earth. Stay deep in the legs, knees and toes point straight ahead. Reach the arms forward and up. Shift your weight to your right leg. Anchor through the right heel to left butt cheek. Reach forward as you push your left heel towards the back of the room. Standing leg stays bent. Fingertips to the blocks. And then push your standing leg straight. Bend your back leg, heel to butt cheek. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your calf and your thigh. Flex the foot. Yes. Squeeze your back knee to the midline. More. And as you squeeze the back knee in, press the heel up. Nice. Stretch the leg long. Reach the arms overhead and come all the way up to standing tall mountain. Whew. Exhale, hands to heart. Feel both. Any questions, comments, concerns, conundrums there? So when it comes to like effectively addressing hamstrings, we want them to be as strong as they are stretchy. Usually they're just kind of tight and weak. And then sort of tight, weak hamstrings, and the focus is on stretching them, but we're never actually getting into the belly of the muscle. And what's become really prevalent in yoga spheres, yoga spaces, is just stretching at the attachment of the hamstring and hamstring injuries as a result. And those are a bitch to heal. So we want to really make sure we're getting into the muscle of the belly of the hamstring, and we're engaging the muscle and then stretching the muscle. Could you kind of feel that there? Okay, we're going to do the second side. Feel both feet on the ground. Hands to heart center. Feel the unconditional support of gravity. Notice the unconditional presence of the breath. And right where the unconditional support of gravity and the unconditional presence of the breath join together, the heart ignites. Notice the rhythmic beating of your heart, always present, intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful, and yet somehow so often so easily overlooked. Breath to heart, heart to mind, mind to body. Release the hands. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, bend your legs. Fingertips tap the earth. Stay deep in the legs as you reach the arms. Biceps by the ears. Left knee and toes point straight ahead. We're saying bent in the left leg. Right heel lifts up. Right heel to right butt cheek. Reach the right leg back behind you. Fingertips to blocks. Right there. Turn the back in. Bend the back leg. Heel to butt cheek. Your heel to your butt cheek. Everyone squeeze the back knee more to the midline. And now raise the roof with your heel. And linking breath and action. Every knee in more. Every exhale, raise the roof together with your heel. Nice. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch the back leg long. Come all the way up to standing tall mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Hope we're still friends. Shift your weight to your right foot. Bend your left leg in. Cross ankle over thigh. Reach the arms up and sit back. Flex the the left foot, spread the toes, pigeon chair. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift your weight to your left leg. Bend the right leg in. Cross ankle over. Reach up and sit back. Flex the right foot. Spread the toes. Sit back. And breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Belly breathing. Sides of the waist. Back of the waist. And stand tall. And hands to heart. Okay, we're going to bring the mats to the wall. The short end of your sticky mat to a place at the wall. Start with handstand, like elbows at the wall. No, it's okay. Yeah, and then option to kick up. No, like turn it around towards the wall. Or just L pose. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, so like L pose as a starting, then handstand. then bridge pose, Urdhva.
Okay. You want me to do all that in a row?
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, I'll chime in as needed,
Sure.
if needed, not as needed.
There may be room for us both.
You can move the plant. Okay. Yeah, you can bring your things. I'm going to give the mic to Melissa. This gives me a chance to walk around and help a little bit more. Do you like the temperature in here? It's okay? Not cold?
We're gonna make our way into L pose at the wall. Start coming up into table. And if you have longer legs, you might want to bring your knees and hands a little bit more towards the middle of the mat for like a tiny down dog. Find your spacing here. Your hands wide. On an inhale, towards one another, arms engage. And then exhale to shrug your shoulders up. Find between the back of your shoulder blades. Soften a little bit there. Okay, keep that and then walk one foot up the wall, then the other, until you can walk your feet up to be in line with your hips for L. Once you land, press another, draw strength up your shoulder blades, and then from the back of your shoulder blades, press down through your arms and back down into the earth. Exhale, press up and out through your feet like you're stomping into the wall behind you. One time, lower down. Like once you go up? Okay.
To be demonstrative, it's like this is happening. I'm sort of down, and the only way to get out is to. So you gotta think like shrug your shoulders and push the. And the more you press into the earth, the more everything else gets lighter. That makes sense. I mean, I feel like I know from my experience that it doesn't. It feels so counterintuitive. And then like so counterintuitive that when I couldn't even find this action, so maybe even just like reach your arms forward and shrug, and reach the arms up and shrug and push. See if that helps, and let's check back in after the next one.
Cool. All right, let's set up table or find your mini down dog if constricted to walk up. Shoulders. Okay, slowly begin to walk one foot up the wall, then the other foot up until you're at hips. Once you land firmly into the wall like you're keep that and inhale, press your hands down. Other. Exhale, shrug your shoulders back. Breathe. Slowly walk your feet down, come back to table, shake it out.
Yeah, arms straight. And you can a bit more arms straight. That's better. Yes. So get a touch. Reaction over more. Does that feel different? Yeah.
Let's take a wrist stretch. Tender wrists, so come to your tabletop position. Now from here, flip the long edge of your mat face you. Then press your whole hand down into the earth and bend your elbow the littlest bit. Then straighten back into your arm. You can keep this, or if you'd like a little bit more, you can send your hips back towards your child's pose. Perfect. You might wiggle around from side to side. On your exhale, come back to neutral. Notice any difference. Do the other side. Bring your left hand either out to that's okay. Body full. That's what's in here. Then come back to neutral. Let's all flip around so you're facing the wall. With L pose again if you'd like. I'll invite dolphin, forearm stand, handstand. If you have wrist stuff, great place for dolphin or forearm stand. Otherwise, if you have another inversion you'd like to do, you can do that now. Dolphin into interlace your hands lower down to your elbows. Shimmy your elbows to be underneath your shoulders. Down and away from you, and exhale. Inhale, lift your hips up towards the sky until you can't walk it anymore. Now, once you're here, on an inhale, press your forearms down and away from you. Exhale, shrug up and back. Then send your hips up. Now, you might lift one foot up or the other foot up. Sort of play with. And maybe through your back foot until you can kick the wall. In your own time, lower your toes. Knees come wide, touch behind you. Questions, comments? Wrist stuff, stick with your variation. Otherwise, I'll talk us into forearm. When you're ready, press yourself up, face the wall, lower down to your forearms, and interlace your hands if you're coming into forearm stand. If you're coming into handstand, meet me in downward facing dog. No matter where you hips to extend through the back. Slowly begin to lift your back foot, kick your leg up, hug your leg until your legs can kick back and touch back to the handstand. Once you're up, on an inhale, press your hands down and into the earth, and then exhale, shrug your shoulders up and back so your heart shines forward. Close your ribs in and together, and then hug your legs together. And as you hug your legs, you might lift one foot away from the wall, or come down in your own time, lower down to your knees, and rest. Okay.
Let's come up to standing. So Inverting. Inversions are the like intentional turning of ourselves in the world upside down. They're like, I know that I don't mean to dismiss like this is like a hard pose for anyone. I just want to say to that, physically you have everything it takes. It's less of a physically hard pose as it is a mentally, psychologically, emotionally pose, and that ability to like stay grounded and stay centered when like the world feels upside down or we feel upside down, like basically in chaos, which is kind of a given. Bad news, spoiler alert. And Virgo season is this like special time of year where we are challenged to like sense of order and chaos. Like this is the time of year where we reorder, we reorganize, and we just try to give ourselves the delusion of like some kind of control. And like when I say delusion or deception, like that is part of our reality. Like we are to sometimes like give ourselves the delusion that we have control, and the way that we do that is to create order and structure. And if you make sure you have like strong Virgo characters in your life, for like all the like handles on the mugs will face the same direction sometimes. Anyone? So in the handstand, when we're up, we tend to completely lose awareness and connection to our lower body, and this is our ground of being. And when we lose being, the result is ungrounded, or we lose center. And, well, I guess you can hold center and be ungrounded. So I want to just further than arm's length away. No, it's okay. I don't need it at all. You don't even need your mat. We did this in the center of the room, and it messed with our balance a little bit. We bent I think we started in chair pose. You could even like kind of be in chair pose and lift a heel up, heel to butt cheek, and then extend that leg back. And what tends to happen is this. And we need these toes to turn in and the leg to hug the midline. And then we need that to be steady. The back leg is our ground of being. The back leg has to hold the center as you move in the leg. And usually we'll lose connection and awareness to this back leg, and it'll do all kinds of weird, uncontrollable toddler shit. And you just gotta like keep the control in the back leg. You keep that sense of control and management in the back leg, what can't be seen but can be felt. Starting to get a little bit of butt burn here. And then we'll do the other side. I'm just demoing this so that you can see where we're going. This is all like hamstring stuff too. Your hamstrings tie up into your core muscles. Is this foot turning out a little bit? I gotta dial it in and keep that back leg unwavering. It doesn't have to be the balance. That's why we're doing it facing the wall. If you feel wobbly, the wall is there for support. So it's less about balance and more about connection to the back leg, because then what happens is in these poses, we tend to think we have to get that leg to the wall. See how it's not doing the thing I was just doing? We actually need that back leg to be controlled, grounded and centered in the back leg, what can't be seen but can be felt. Is the wall there? I'm a little far. Does that make sense? This is my harder side. So nothing changes in the back leg. It's not a kick leg, actually. Your back leg is your control, and your standing leg is your spring leg. And so it's a very flipped script, because all your awareness has to stay in your back leg, and that is not intuitive. Do you want to try it? I'll talk you through it. Face the wall, about arm's length distance. Bend your legs like chair pose, touch the wall. You can step it back a little bit if you feel like you're too close. Make your feet parallel, so take your heels, just your heels a little wider. And now shift your weight to your right leg and draw your left heel to your left butt cheek. And then hinge forward and raise the roof with your back heel, squeeze the back knee to the midline, and now make your back leg straight. And turn the back toes in, yes. And hug the back leg to the midline. And turn the back toes in and hug the back leg to the midline and keep bend and straighten your back legs for your hips. More. Yes, there. Keep the back legs and strong. Turn the back toes in more. Maybe 3 more times. Nothing changes in the back leg, just straightening and bending the standing leg. Keep the back leg unwavering, controlled, straight and back leg. And rest. Questions? Comments? Concerns? Anyone notice anything? A little butt burn? A lot of butt burn. Yeah. And we're like still kind of upright when we're doing it. We're gonna do the second side and then we'll try it in our downward dog-ish. So sit into chair pose. You can reach the arms forward or up. Shift your weight, I think, to your left leg. Draw the right heel to the butt cheek. Super slow motion. Hug the right knee in, right heel to butt cheek as you hinge forward a little bit. Wall is there for stability. And then press the heel up and back. And now right there, back leg is straight. Turn the back toes in. Flex the back foot. Flex. Turn the toes in. Square the head. Control in the back leg. Steady in the back leg as you bend and straighten your standing leg. Not the, just the standing leg. Back leg stays straight. And standing leg bends and straightens. Different story. Flex the back foot, turn the back toes in. One more time, slow motion. And shake it out. That's handstand. That much in the legs. That's going to be a game changer. Let's come into tabletop position on the hands facing the wall. You can be on forearms or hands, it doesn't matter. So forearms or hands, hands interlaced if you're on your forearms. No head on the floor though. And lift your knees and hips up like downward dog. And now from downward dog, everyone, whether you're on your forearms or your hands, you're just gonna walk your feet in until your shoulders are over your elbows or. And right there, we're gonna bring left heel to left. Make your left leg straight, turn your left toes in, and make the left leg controlled, unwavering. Order in the left leg, look towards the wall, order in the left leg, turn the left toes in, left leg does not bend, straight as a 2x4, straighter, press the knee up. Yeah, make the left leg completely straight, arms completely straight, and now lift the bottom heel, bend the knee, not leg, just bend the standing leg and straighten. Bend and straighten, stay your breath slowly. Shoulders over, back leg, orderly, standing leg, bending and straightening. And then rest, that's all. I mean, you're upside down there just for what it's worth. That's an inversion. How was that? Hard. But does it at least like point to maybe where we were overlooking or underlooking or neglecting, like what we're not paying attention to gets chaotic, and then the chaos ungrounds us or pulls us out of center. So what needs the attention is like where there's a lack of attention or where things feel misaligned or disordered. That's what's calling for the attention. And then that brings us some sense of control. And it's actually hard. The hard part is just finding the awareness. Once the awareness is there and things come into order, the next steps are much easier. Second side, forearms or hands. So like this isn't meant to tax your wrist. Facing the wall on your forearms or hands, table position, and lift the knees and hips up for forearm or dog. And then walk your feet in until your shoulders are over your elbows if you're on your forearms, or over your hands if you're on your hands, shoulders over wrists. Lift the heels up, bend the left heel to, and then slow motion, like you're tracing the inner knee and inner edge of the foot against like a wall at the midline. Extend your left leg, or your second side. Is that your second side? and turn the back toes in and make that back leg as straight as you can. Press the knee to the sky. Turn the back toes in. Nothing changes in your back leg, and then you just bend and straighten the standing leg. The arms stay straight, order in the arms. The leg stays straight, and the only thing that moves and bends is your nice. So my love, as soon as the bottom foot's leaving the floor, turning it in the wall. Look to where you want to go. You're looking to the wall. You're right there. And rest. Okay, last round, and I'm giving it back to Melissa. Concerns? So from your forearms or your hands, you walk it in. You see how as soon as I overextend that top leg a little, is the foot turning out? That top foot, is it turning out or no? It feels like it is, yeah. I'm gonna turn it in. I mean, even a little bit makes a huge difference. And I push. Nothing changes in the arms or back leg. I push off the bottom leg. Boop. Okay. So totally optional. Can I maybe I just not wear the sconces, do you mind? We call these jumping dogs. So you just add the bend and the spring. I'm looking to the wall, bend, push, bend, push. Maybe 3 times, switch sides. Order in the back leg, bend, push. This side's harder. Bend, push. Bend, push. See how everything's in order. The only thing that's moving is what I call the spring leg. 3 jumping dogs per side, and then we're moving on. Feel free to rest, legs up the wall, Malasana, Ujjayi breath, or 3 jumping dogs. We'll do these all on our hands just for fun. Come into downward dog facing the wall. Walk your feet until your shoulders are over your wrists. Then extend one leg up, your choice. Whatever leg is going up, order. What can't be seen but can be felt. Make the back leg straight and strong. Unwavering in the back leg. Unwavering in the back leg. This is still bending. This is bent. Make it straighter. Push into my hand here and press this knee. Yes, like that. See how your butt just turned on? And then you're just going to push off your bottom foot. And so for some reason, that top leg turns right into cooked spaghetti when you do that. Do not let the top leg turn into a cooked noodle. Raw, uncooked, dry spaghetti in the back leg. No bending, no turning out. Nice, Sarah, beautiful. And then 3 times on the other side. Yes, girl. Look to the wall. Look to where you want to go. That's key for creating order, step by step. Where do you want to go? Look to the wall. We're going to the wall. Rest in child's pose when you're done, so I know we're ready to move on. If you have questions, just call them out, shout them out, or call us over. Do you mind if I just, are you okay? Come into your downward dog. And just so you can see, you don't even have to do anything. Just extend one leg up, just one leg. Don't do anything else. And now push into my hand. Push into me. Push down. So I did nothing. I just gave her a hand to press her leg into, and that created the connection to the leg. It shows you how easy it is. Once the back leg activates, you will float up. The hardest thing is getting the connection, the order in the back leg. And the back leg symbolizes what can't be seen. Yeah.
What was a good cue for me, because I've always had difficulty doing the jump into the handstand, was the cue like shoulders over wrist and then focusing on that connection too.
Yeah.
It made my legs feel.
You gotta stack the deck in your face. From downward dog. You gotta walk it in. Your hamstrings will. Did a lot in the hamstrings today. So you're able to walk it in as opposed to just like starting with handstand, which is a great warm up in my opinion, but you know, read the room. Yeah, so walking it in, getting yourself more over your foundation so that you have a grounded connection to the earth, not in your legs and your upper. If you start too far away, to Keyshawn's point, if you're too away, I'm like still in my legs. That's like, I'm never gonna go the distance. I gotta shift my ground of being into the upper body. And it's gonna be easier, and certainly hamstrings play a factor in that shift. But it's for fun. And the point is like not the form of the pose. The point is like what happens in your life when shit feels upside down. In my opinion, that's why I do yoga. Shit is upside down. Feels like we're in the upside down world. I'm gonna hand it back to Melissa for a back bend of your choice and her choice.
Flip around. Your feet are facing the wall. Bring one of your blocks with you. Lie on your back, your feet are underneath your knees. Take a moment here to feel your feet on the ground, your back to earth. Now, find your block and place your block short edge facing up between your thighs. So you're like a human Pez dispenser, so to speak. Think more knees than the other way with your block placement. Flip your block so the short edge is up. That's the long edge. Yeah, there you go. Well, a little bit more. Yeah. Well, there you go. Great. Now, everyone turn your toes in a little bit so your feet are parallel or close to parallel. And then squeeze the block between your thighs to feel the muscles of your legs engage. Now, as you squeeze the block between your thighs, see if you could actively try to push the block down into the earth. That's an internal rotation. Let's keep this in the legs, then bend your arms at the elbows. Shimmy your shoulder blades together so they connect at the back of your heart center. Press the back of your head back, and then lift your chin the tiniest bit. Now on an squeeze the block, then exhale, press down through your feet to lift your hips, bridge pose. Squeeze the block between your thighs. And as you squeeze the block between your thighs, think about pulling the back of your heels towards your glutes to make your bridge grow longer. Now on your exhale, slowly lower your hips down, move your block off to the side for a second, let your feet come wide to the mat's edges, and let your knees knock in. How much time do we have? Ooh. Now, if you feel like a perfectly cooked al dente noodle and you're done for the day, slide a block underneath your low back or sacrum for supported bridge. Otherwise, I'll talk you through active bridge into upward facing bow. If you're following along with me, bring the block between your thighs again. Feet hips width distance underneath your knees. Feel your feet on the ground and squeeze the block between your thighs. Slide the back of your head back into. Bend your and shimmy your elbows to be, or shimmy your shoulders to be underneath you. Now on an inhale, squeeze the block, then exhale, press down through your feet to lift your hips. Squeeze the block once you lift your hips. Feel the connection to your legs. Now you can stay here rooted to the earth or begin to flip your palms and bring them wide towards your mat's edges, like way wider than you think. Then from here, use the power of your legs to press up and slowly come onto the top of your head. Suck your armpits in. Connect your arms into your shoulder sockets. Then from here, squeeze your block, press down through your feet up, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Notice the connection to the block. On your exhale, slowly lower down your middle back, your lower back. Ditch your block. Let your feet come wide and your knees knock in. I think we cool down. Bring your feet underneath your knees and make windshield wipers with your legs from side to side. You can ditch the block. Then bring your knees back through center. Press down through your feet and lift your hips to bring them all the way to the left side. Then let your legs fall together and twist right on an exhale. Sorry. Your arms can be out to a T or out to a goalpost position. On an inhale, bring your hips and legs back through center, and then take it over to the other side. Your hips shift all the way to the right side of your mat as your legs knock together and fall to the left. Come back to your breath. On your next inhale, untwist. Bring your legs back through center. Feel your feet on the ground. On an inhale, hug your knees in towards your chest. Exhale to wrap your arms around your legs and give yourself a big hug. You can stay here or move into happy baby. Your arms come along the insides of your legs and your hands grab for your outer shins, your outer ankles, or your outer edges of your feet.
Okay, everyone should have a set of massage balls and a strap nearby. If it's not in hand, like you don't have one of those things, just let us know. We can bring it over to you. I'd like you to have a strap. Can you get a strap for Lindsay? And massage balls and a block, like all where you can to center. Thank you. Okay. Start with both feet on the ground. Feel your, and scooch away from the wall so that when your legs are straight, you're not being blocked by the wall. And then bend your legs, feet on the ground. Bend your right knee in. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Let the shoulders release and extend your right heel to the sky. And rather than using your hands to pull your leg in, press your hands, but keep the shoulders relaxed. Does that make sense? And now make it straight. And flip down, inner bottom knee. Almost like your bottom leg here is like that back leg and handstand prep. That's your bottom leg. So flex the bottom foot, bottom leg straight, press the inner heel down, inner knee, inner thigh to the earth. Head heavy, shoulders relaxed, and press your thigh into your hands. And then float the right leg down to the ground. Feel the difference, if any, from side to side. Bend your legs, feel both around. Bend your left leg behind your left thigh. As you bend the left leg in and interlace your hands behind the thigh, like let the shoulders release, head heavy. And now make your left leg straight, and rather than pulling your left leg in, press your thigh into your palms, into your hands, away from you. Belly breathing. Extend your bottom leg straight on the ground. Press the bottom heel down, the bottom knee down, the bottom thigh down. Try to make no space between the back of your thigh and the mat. And press your thigh into your hands. One more breath. And float the left leg down to the ground. Bend your right leg in. Take the strap across the ball of the foot. And stretch the heel to the sky. Right leg straight. Make your bottom leg straight. Flex the bottom leg. So your back leg is your order leg. That's the part that tends to get overlooked. Flex the bottom foot. Press the inner heel down. Press the inner knee all the way to the ground. Yes, press the inner thigh all the way to the ground. That's your handstand order leg. Feel that? Press more through the inner heel and try to get the inner knee and thigh to touch the ground. And then raise the roof with your right heel. Spread the toes. Hold as high on the letting the head be soft. Take both sides of the strap into your left hand. Thumb into your hip crease and tack it away from you. And super slowly traverse the midline to the left and just pause. And flex the heel down and make your right leg straighter. Yes. Center. Take both sides of the strap in the right hand. Keep pressing the bottom heel, knee, and thigh to the ground. Try to get the whole back of your bottom leg to the ground, and then open your right leg out to the right, like triangle pose on your back. And inhale the leg to center. And release the strap and float the right leg down to meet the left leg, and just take a moment to pause, feel, notice the difference from side to side, if any. Notice what you feel what you notice. Bend the left leg in, take the strap across the ball of the left foot. Flex the left foot, spread the toes, extend the right leg out. And press the inner heel to the ground, the inner knee to the earth, the inner thigh to the earth. Try to get the whole inseam of the bottom leg to touch the ground, to touch the mat. The strap as you can, keeping the right shoulder relaxed, head heavy, and hook your left thumb and crease down from your rib cage. And then keeping that, extend the right leg across, the left leg, just until it gets interesting. And right there, reach for your breath. Right, where it gets interesting, hold to the breath. Don't hold the breath, hold your awareness to the breath. The breath flows. Inhale through center, both sides of the strap into the left hand. Open the leg out to the left. And as the weight of the left leg opens to the left, we tend to top of the right thigh away from the ground. Really in your bottom leg to stay grounded. Press that whole bottom leg to the earth. No space between the back of the leg and the ground beneath you. That much, yes. And now make the left leg straighter. Nice. Inhale the leg through center. And down to meet the right. Stretch your head. 1 or 2 shots for this. Deep, full breath in. Deeper, fuller, and exhale with an audible sigh. Nice. Bend the legs. Feel the feet on the ground. Find your massage balls. And you're going to place a block right underneath your skull on its lowest height. And then the lip or edge of the block meeting you either at the top of your skull, depending on where that feels and valuable to you. Head's on the block, and you're wedging the block of the skull. It's called your occipital ridge and the neck meat. And we have a lot of tension there in the neck and skull muscles. And nod your head yes and no. It shouldn't be painful. Make adjustments as needed. And as you nod your head no, the next time you nod your head no to the right, pause there and nod your head yes on the right side. And then go to the left and nod your head no on yes on the left side. And come back to center with a yes. And you can adjust here. You could take the balls lower or higher to another area of interest. Nodding yes, no, no to one side and on that side. Nodding the head yes to massage these areas of tension, the muscles that literally hold your head in line with your heart. Core muscles too, that the presence of this tension is not to be eliminated or deleted. It just needs to be acknowledged, that the ways in which your body works with you and for you to hold you together, to hold you in order. Make sure you go to both sides to be an equal or time, especially if like one side just feels very different from the other. Sometimes certain aspects just need more attention, need more awareness. To center, we're going to the balls and we're at the base of the, just south of the equator. So if you find the center back of your skull and you go south until you feel some tenderness and you nod yes and nod no. And nodding no to the right, you can linger and nod yes. And tilting your head no to the left, you can linger and nod yes. Again, just spending more time if and where it's needed. And you can alternate working more towards the back of the ear area, at the back of the skull, moving towards the space behind the ear. You massage these tension. Contents of the skull can soften more towards the back of the skull into the lap of gravity, and then the forehead soften. And the muscles around the eyes can soften. Muscles around the and the throat can soften. And you can drink the breath in and whisper the breath out. Make one more pass here through the head, yes. And then remove the balls to the sides. Remove your props out of your way, maybe overhead so they're not in your neighbor's way either. And just scan your body with your awareness to see if there's any final poses, movements, or adjustments you want to make in order to feel completely prepared to fully relax. You can add or remove props, maybe add or remove layers. Just the final few moments to spread yourself out on the altar of the earth, to make of yourself a wholehearted offering to the presence of the breath, to the gift of life that fills us, surrounds us, and connects us to each other and all that is. As you let the weight of the body soften into the lap of the earth. And as you settle into stillness, look for the breath. With the breath, hold your vision. The promise of the inhale is at the end of the exhale. The promise of the exhale at the top of the inhale. There is an order to the breath, to the way the breath naturally flows in and out. And there's a peacefulness that comes with our awareness of the breath, with our connection to the consistency of the breath. To our intimacy with the gift of life that each breath offers. So allow yourself to be and feel held by the promise of each breath. In your heart of hearts, to feel your intimacy with the breath, with the gift of life. From wherever you are in the ocean of consciousness, invite a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. And again, just by turning your awareness to your breath, notice how naturally the breath deepens and expands. Here and now, 3 more of the deepest, fullest breaths that require the least amount of effort. So no need to overbreathe or put too much effort. Just notice how naturally your breath has deepened and expanded by virtue of your practice. Notice how the light of awareness has deepened and expanded in you, as you, through you. And even like after a class later today, I invite you to look in your own eyes at your reflection and notice the light in your eyes after your yoga practice. Having nurtured and fed this indwelling light. It shines more fully in you, as you, through you, from you. The breath ignites the heart each and every time. The splendor of your heart has an opportunity to inform and illuminate and inspire your mind and your body, so that now your mind and your body, your thoughts and your actions may more clearly reflect and reveal the nature and spirit of your heart, the source of supreme love and divine wisdom that is always present in the center of your being. And as you hold yourself in your heart of hearts and the source of supreme love and divine wisdom, let the spirit that you are gently awaken, the body that you have, just wiggling your toes and your fingers, gently stretching your arms and your legs. And as the spirit that you are awakens the body that you have, take a moment to let the body that you have embrace the spirit that you are, to adorn and embrace and protect the spirit that you are. Wrap yourself around yourself, for this is and you are the gift of life. When you're ready, bend your legs, feel both feet on the ground, and just take a moment to call yourself down to earth. Enjoy a breath, call yourself back to reality, and take a breath. Take a moment to visualize the ways in which you stretch yourself in your practice of yoga into the activities of your daily life. In so doing, bringing more light and beauty and virtuosity to those in the world around you. Imagine that. And as you're ready, gently roll to one side, press through strong arms. Make your way into a comfortable seated posture with your eyes closed and your hands folded before your heart in Anjali Mudra. And a final gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the presence of your heart, the voice of the true teacher, the source of supreme love and divine wisdom, never further than your heart, which is never further than your breath, and a gesture that places this aspect of ourselves before us as both a guide and an offering in all we do. As you bow to your heart, with all my heart, I bow to every one of you. Thank you so much for your practice, for your presence, and I thank each and every one of you for all that you are and all that you do every single day of this life. Thanks for being together. Thanks, everyone. Just got to say it one more time. Mark your calendars for Desiree Rumba. It's going to be the best weekend of your yoga journey. I promise. It's that good. Mark your calendars. Money back guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, it's hard to imagine, but if you don't like it, I will give you your money back. I promise you you're going to like it. But I'm open. If you don't, she's the best, and I bring her here because I want to share her with y'all, because I love y'all. I want you to have the good stuff. So that's the 19th, 20th, 21st. And I think I sign a contract tomorrow. If you didn't make it to Greece this time, I don't want to leave anyone behind. We are going back next summer. I peaked on happiness 3 times in a row. Love my kids and all that, but never was so happy in my whole entire life as 3 times in Greece this last summer. So want to bring everyone back with me. If you want to come, there will be like an early bird bless you special, and the earlier you sign up, sort of the longer the payment plan option. And like, if you want to come but aren't interested in yoga, or you want to come and like bring someone who's not interested in yoga, we could do like a minus the yoga part, because you should come and you should bring everyone you love, because it's that good. Thanks, y'all.